Everyone, in this video clip we are going to add an ESXi host into vCenter server and set the time protocol on that host. I'm logged into my vCenter server instance. I have my cluster created and I'm going to add a host inside, I have my data center created and I'm going to add a host into the data center. I can either right click and add, or you'll notice that there's an add host function. I'll click on that link to activate the wizard. It wants to know the name or the IP address of the host. That is my host name. I will say OK. Needs to know the root user and password for the host. I'm going to have to accept this warning. Basically, this is because the host has a self-signed security certificate. I need to trust that as its own CA. It's telling me that it has one virtual machine, which is great. I'll say next. Wants to know if I want to assign a license. Yes, I will assign the license from the key that we put in earlier. I'm going to leave lockdown mode disabled. The VM is going to show up under the data center, which is fine, and I will finish that. Take a few seconds here to add the host in, and then we'll be ready to continue. Okay, that's added in. If I expand out my data center, here's my host. And if I pick this guy, I'll select summary. We'll be able to see some information about our host. I'm going to configure, and then underneath system further down, we'll see time configuration. I'll select that. And right now we are not using NTP. So I'll edit. We're going to specify we want to use the time protocol. I'm going to have this start with the host, meaning that it'll start the service automatically when the host boots up and stop the service when it shuts down. I have to specify where my NTP server is. This is the IP address of our Active Directory domain controller, which also acts as a time server. I want to start this now, so it's going to be running. And then I will say OK. As a result of that, we can see that the client's enabled, the service is running. This is the NTP server that it's going to hit. In a production environment, we would have multiple domain controllers, so we can set multiple of those up as time servers, or you may have some different time server on your network. And we are ready to go. That is a wrap for the video. Hopefully this has been helpful for you, and we'll see you next time.